The geopolitical tension in the Middle East has escalated significantly with the fall of Syria's Bashar al-Assad's government and the aggressive move of Israel to take advantage of the power vacuum in the region. Israel has been targeting and has succeeded in destroying most of Syrian air defense systems. Ever since 7 October 2023 attack by Hamas terrorists, Israel has launched a vicious attack on terror groups and Iran's proxies in the region. With the weakening of Hamas and Hezbollah and the annihilation of their top leadership, Israel believes it now has a golden opportunity to strike Iran's nuclear facilities. Such developments underscore a complex web of regional rivalries, strategic alliances, and concerns over nuclear proliferation, with the United States of America reportedly playing a supportive role. Israel has conducted numerous airstrikes in Syria in the last few months, and these have increased after Bashar al-Assad fled the country and took refuge in Russia. Israel's attacks have primarily targeted Iranian and allied militia positions, and now the air defenses of Syria. These actions are part of its broader strategy to counter Iran's growing influence in the region. The recent destruction of Syrian air defenses marks a significant escalation. Israeli officials have often cited the need to maintain freedom of operation in Syrian airspace, where Iranian forces and proxy militias, such as Hezbollah, have established a presence under the guise of supporting Syria during its civil war. By neutralizing Syrian air defense systems, Israel is not only protecting its immediate security but also preparing for broader operations. This step signals Israel's intention to secure airspace access for potential strikes on more distant targets, including those on Iran and possibly destroying the Islamic nation's nuclear facilities. Israel views Iran's nuclear program as an existential threat. While Iran insists its nuclear activities are for peaceful purposes, Israel and many Western nations suspect the program aims to develop nuclear weapons. The 2015 Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, JCPOA, which imposed limits on Iran's nuclear program, was abandoned by the US in 2018 under President Trump. Since then, Iran has expanded its nuclear activities, enriching uranium to levels closer to weapons grade. Israeli leaders have consistently stated they will not allow Iran to acquire nuclear weapons. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has repeatedly emphasized that Israel will act unilaterally if necessary to prevent Iran from crossing this threshold. The destruction of Syrian air defenses can be seen as part of a broader preparation for such a mission. Israel Defense Forces also believes that Iran, isolated after the fall of the Assad regime and the weakening of its main proxy group Hezbollah in Lebanon, may push ahead further with its nuclear program and develop a bomb as it scrambles to replace its deterrents. Iran and Israel are sworn enemies. In 2024 itself, Iran has hit Israel with a barrage of missiles on 2 occasions. Israel too had responded by sending in its frontline fighters and bombers to strike key Iranian military facilities. The United States, under President Joe Biden, has reaffirmed its commitment to Israel's security. While Biden has pursued diplomacy with Iran, including efforts to revive the JCPOA, these talks have stalled. The US has also expressed concerns about Iran's ballistic missile program and its support for militant groups across the Middle East. Recent reports suggest that Israel is coordinating with the US for a potential strike on Iranian nuclear facilities. This collaboration may involve intelligence sharing, logistical support, and the use of advanced American weaponry. A joint operation would reduce the risks for Israel while signaling a strong message to Iran about the consequences of its nuclear ambitions. A strike on Iran's nuclear facilities would be a highly complex and risky operation. Iran's nuclear sites are dispersed and heavily fortified, requiring precision strikes and possibly multiple waves of attacks. The political and military fallout from such an action would be immense. First, Iran could retaliate directly against Israel or through its proxies, such as Hezbollah in Lebanon or militias in Iraq and Syria. This could ignite a broader regional conflict. Second, a military confrontation in the Persian Gulf could disrupt oil supplies, leading to a spike in global energy prices and economic instability. Third, while some Gulf states, such as Saudi Arabia and the UAE, share Israel's concerns about Iran, a military strike might draw criticism from the international community, including Europe and Russia, which advocate for diplomatic solutions.